Welcome to Key Trends Spot, your daily dose of what's hot, what's viral, and what's next. From K-pop to culture, we spot the trends so you don't miss a beat. It started with silence. No official post, no announcement, just a location tag. Quiet, discreet, and yet earth-shattering. Jungkook didn't say a word, but for those who've watched him closely for years, this one act echoed louder than any press release ever could. The place wasn't glamorous. It wasn't a concert venue, not a trendy Seoul cafe, nor a beach in Malibu. It was a tiny, hidden spot, tucked away in nature, far from flashing lights. But fans remembered it, because Taehyung had once written about it, briefly, emotionally, before deleting the memory from Weverse. That deletion had always haunted fans. Why post something so heartfelt, only to erase it minutes later? The mystery lingered until Jungkook brought it back. And this time, he didn't say a word. The tag was enough. It whispered everything they needed to know. It wasn't just a location. It was a timestamp. A piece of shared memory buried under layers of silence, now resurrected. And suddenly, the fandom exploded. Because this wasn't coincidence. It was intention, purpose, memory, love. Scrolling through Jungkook's social media, armies found nothing overt. No captions, just a single image, a cloudy sky, maybe sunset, maybe dawn. But paired with the location, the photo took on new meaning. It looked like a promise captured in stillness. The theories unfolded quickly. Some remembered an old video where Jungkook had once mentioned, "There's a place where my heart rests." At the time, it had been dismissed as poetic expression. Now, fans wondered, was that place the one he just tagged? Speculation deepened when someone unearthed a fan cam from 2022. Taehyung, caught off guard, had been staring at Jungkook with tears in his eyes during an encore. That night, he wore a ring he never wore again. And Jungkook, coincidentally, wore the same one months later. And it wasn't just the rings. It was the glances, the quiet comfort between them. The way Taehyung laughed a little louder when Jungkook was around. The way Jungkook stood just slightly closer to him than anyone else, always. One of the most hauntingly beautiful fan theories began to spread, that they'd promised each other forever under the stars, in a place no one knew about, in a moment that belonged only to them. A private vow, a spiritual union. Whether or not that's true, one thing became undeniable. Something had shifted. Taehyung's recent uploads began to carry a different tone. His captions became more reflective, his drawings more symbolic. Two figures under the moon, a shared umbrella, a line that read, "My always." In an old interview, Jungkook once said, "Sometimes love is quiet." At the time, it seemed abstract. Today, it feels like a declaration, because nothing about this new chapter is loud. It's all in the silences, the symbols, the spaces in between. A fashion magazine editor anonymously confessed that during a shoot, Jungkook insisted on wearing a bracelet engraved with the word forever. When asked about it, he smiled and said, "It's personal." Taehyung, weeks later, wore a matching one on his ankle. During a fan call, someone asked Taehyung if he believed in soulmates. He paused, looked straight into the camera, and said, "I met mine already." It was the kind of answer that could mean everything, or nothing, unless you knew the full story. And now, with this location tag, armies believe they do. It wasn't about proving anything. Jungkook didn't need validation. This wasn't for the world. It was a quiet message, maybe even just for one person, sent out into the universe for those who would understand. The more fans revisited old content, the more the puzzle fit. The duets that sounded like confessions, the interviews filled with knowing glances, The shared clothes, the parallel playlists, the vlogs filmed at the same spots, months apart. Even during their solo activities, their energies echoed each other. When Jungkook posted a moody piano piece, Taehyung uploaded a painting of a rainy window. When Taehyung shared a video of the sea, Jungkook posted a photo of waves crashing against rocks. It became a language, not spoken, not written, but felt. And when Jungkook replied, "Who says I'm not married?" to a question that was meant to be playful, the fandom didn't laugh. They held their breath, because the look in his eyes wasn't teasing, it was sincere. What followed was a moment of digital silence, as if the world paused to absorb what had just been implied. And then came the flood. Fans all over the world posted side-by-side comparisons of past footage, photos, outfits, lyrics. Every connection was examined with renewed meaning, not for gossip, but for the romance of it all. Because what Taekook represents now isn't just a love story. It's a love kept sacred. In a world that devours celebrity privacy, they've chosen to guard what matters most. And in doing so, they've given ARMY something even more powerful: a story told in silence. That's why the location Jungkook tagged became more than a point on the map. It became a symbol, a place where something began, a place that held weight, a place only two people truly understood. And maybe that's all love really needs. Not approval, not celebration, not even understanding. Just two people who choose each other over and over, whether the world sees it or not. Now, when fans see them in the same frame, they don't just see two artists. They see two hearts that beat in sync, even when apart. Jungkook didn't need to say, "I remember." He didn't need to say, "I love you." He only had to mark the spot, a virtual compass pointing toward a memory, and maybe a forever. And for Taehyung, wherever he was in the world when he saw that post, he would know. No fanfare, no explanation. Just one marker that said, "I'm here, and I still choose you." So maybe they didn't stand before a priest or hold a legal certificate. Maybe they didn't even call it marriage. But whatever they vowed, in that quiet place years ago, still holds, still stands. And now, every time someone looks at that location, they won't just see a spot on the map. They'll see the beginning of something eternal.
Some sort of pain, you caused a permanent stain, which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear, I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here, the sound of deafening fear.